哎，你好。武汉。
中国武汉，
中国武汉
第一。
This is called dough pea. It's sticky rice and it's in the middle. Sticky rice and a bunch of good stuff. I decided for wontons.
这个不要虾米啊，
要。
这个要啊，这个也要。
不要。And here we go, a nice pregnant bowl of wontons. I was actually surprised and really happy to see this place open. It had been closed since the original COVID lockdown, almost 2 years ago, and I passed by here just a few months ago and it was still closed. I just figured that it was gone forever. I mean, it's just a little hole in the wall. And yeah, really glad that it's open. Let's take a look. Yeah. Hi. Big, plump, tasty. And the keto good wonton is a really thin wrapping. Yeah, they make a good wonton here. All right, talk to you guys after breakfast. I'm gonna cap off my breakfast with a little Hi, 你好。武汉。
中国武汉，
中国武汉
第一。
你是第一，对吧？
为什么吃我们的粮食？吃得惯吗？你是俄罗斯的还是欧洲的？
哦，美国的。
美国的，美国哪儿啊？
美国加州。
加州吹牛逼吧？吹没吹牛逼？没有。真话，说真话。我让你说真话，到底是哪人？
我
到底是哪人？你说真话，不要说一个统一的，一般的不行。美国都说美国，哪有那么多美国人到中国来？什么地方人？你是？
我住在武昌。
你在武昌，你什么地方来的？
工作。
别说，我问他，我考他。
什么地方来的？
什么地方来的？你哪个国家来的？好好说话。我考他，我只有问我的，懂了吗？我考他。什么地方来的？到底是哪个国家的？
我5年以前在美国来的。
5年以前到美国来的。
对。
在美国以前在什么地方？
加州。
加州，你们这个脸都是一样的，跟我们日本、朝鲜不一样，所以我要仔细问你，对不对？
对
你糊弄他们。哎，OK。
Okay.
高了，快高了。
Wuhan, 美国，
中国第一，
中国第一，美国第二，对吗？
哎，
到底是哪里？你说真话，不要说一个统一的，一般的不行。
I should
美国都
explain.
说美国哪有那么多美国人？
She was asking me where I'm from. I told her America. And there was a lot of blah, blah, blah. And she asked me again, and I told her again. And it got very repetitive, and I didn't understand it. Later, and this is the great part, at least I think it's hilarious. I didn't really know what was hilarious until I asked Summer to translate for me. And so the lady is basically saying, "It's impossible there are so many Americans in this country. Where are you really from? Europe? Russia?" She talked about all faces look alike and blah, blah, blah. So I told her again I'm from America. She said, "Don't lie to me." And later she turns to the man and says, "I went to school. He can't lie to me." Well, that was fun. I hope I didn't embarrass myself too much with my broken Chinese. All right, so this is really good, just simple onion bread. And to go with my wonton, my wonton breakfast, total of 10 RMB, 10 yuan, so, more or less $1.50. Not too bad. For the record, I'm not the only white face in Wuhan, but it sure does seem like that most of my life. These days, these months, I can go days, even weeks, without seeing another white face. I do have one American colleague in my department, but since we teach different things and our team meetings are in, they're in specific teams based on what we're teaching, I rarely see him too. And I know another German woman on campus, but I also rarely see her. But out here on the, on the streets, the sidewalks of Wuhan, I never run across another white face. Oh, on campus, On campus, there are a fair amount of African students and other Asian or Pacific Islanders. I say a fair amount, I mean more than white faces. But like I said, when I'm out in the city, walking around, I just almost never see any other white faces. It's very odd, but so much has to do with the COVID situation and the original lockdown. If I remember right, there were maybe 1,000 of Americans who lived in Wuhan during the original lockdown and took the opportunity of the State Department planes back to America. I didn't because, I'm married to a Wuhan girl. So a lot of people left and nobody has returned. I think that's the key. There's talk of the universities opening their campuses back to international students, new international students, and that'll happen. I don't know how many will be Americans. And so the foreigners who are here, they are foreigners who were predating the January 2020 lockdown. A lot of students, probably some factory managers and tech people who are here in the large automotive industry, which is not in this neighborhood, it's very far away. And I imagine some stayed. I wonder if Americans and foreigners will start trickling back at some point, or if the COVID situation has irrevocably, can I speak English? It's a tough word. Irrevocably. I sound like my students. Has forever changed China and Wuhan. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Correction. I just said that nobody has returned. I returned. I went home last year. My father was dying and he died, and I returned for that with no promise, no thought that I would be able to come back anytime soon. And I wasn't. I ended up spending 6 months in Los Angeles with my mother. And finally, after a lot of paperwork, I was allowed to come back. But it was very convoluted. It had to do with me having a work permit and a residence permit already in hand. Even that, it still took me 6 months to come back. I just want to tell you, I guess I want to say some people came back, or at least one person came back. Me. The question is, when are they going to start issuing new work permits, residence permits? I really don't know about that situation. Like I said, they're talking about opening student visas again soon, very soon, I think. But new work, hold on. But new work permits, residence permits, I'm not so sure. Hello again. It's the next day, and I'm still thinking about that old lady I had that encounter with on a couple of fronts. The first one is, where is she seeing all these white faces? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to give the impression that there's no Caucasians here in Wuhan anymore. I'm sure there are plenty. It's just like, dissolving a teaspoon of salt into the ocean. You're not going to see them. But really, it makes sense. She is on the other side of the Yangtze River, more of the international side, and maybe she does. But it's the other thing she said. Are there really all these white faces telling her that they're from America when really they're from Europe and Russia? I kind of doubt it. But, no, I kind of doubt it. Anyway, I just want to end this video with those couple of thoughts. I didn't want to leave the impression that I am the only white face here in Wuhan, no matter where I'm from. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate it. Please press the like button if you enjoyed it. Share this video. Sharing is caring. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe. That's about all. I will talk to you guys another day. Bye.